Hi and welcome to CSM TAC. I'm Peter Briggs, and today we're going to have the second video on my judgmental training and decision making. We've got two clips to show you today and some questions at the conclusion. I have reduced the amount of spiel beforehand, so then you can get into the video. Hopefully that timestamp will be down below, so you can just skip to it if you need to. Thank you. Enjoy. As a reminder, you may only fire if there is a danger to your life or another human life, and that there is no other way to prevent that danger. A challenge must always be given unless to do so would increase the risk of death or grave injury to another person or yourself other than the attacker and the attackers, or that you are under armed attack already. If you have to open fire, then you to only fire the minimum amount of aim shots necessary. Make sure you identify your target, and whilst taking all reasonable precautions, do not injure anyone other than your target. You are not allowed to engage a target for the protection of property. We'll now watch a clip. Make an assessment on what you would do at each stage and understand the rules of engagement. Your decisions will be challenged at the conclusion. If you require a refresher on the rules of engagement, I'm going to put a link in the top corner of this video now, which will allow you to go back to my first video, and it has a comprehensive review of exactly what the rules of engagement is and how it all works.
Do you hear there? The unit has received a bomb threat. All unit personnel are to proceed to the muster point immediately.
Stop! 021 Echo, intruder, building 26 out.
Bomber! Get down!
Stop! Hold me on fire!
Question 1. Did the guard who opened fire need to issue a challenge? A. Yes. A challenge must always be given before opening fire. B. Yes, unless the guard believed to do so would increase the risk of death or grave danger. C. No. A challenge should only be issued at the last resort. D. Yes. It gave his colleagues time to take cover. The answer in this case is B. The suicide bomber had been quickly identified by the guard before it come close enough to threaten anybody's life. The guard therefore acted correctly by issuing a challenge. If he'd opened fire before issuing the challenge, then his actions would still have been reasonable if he could prove that he honestly believed that the intruder was about to endanger life by detonating that device. Question number 2. Was the guard right to open fire? A. Yes. The guard believed that there was an imminent threat to human life and there was no other way to prevent it. B. Yes. It's better be safe than sorry. C. No. He should have issued another challenge. D. No. He could not see if the bomb was real. The answer to this question is A. The guard could only open fire if he honestly believed that the man had a suicide bomb vest, and that the lethal force is the only way to stop him from killing other individuals. He did not need to issue another challenge. Question 3. If the guards shoot the suicide bomber to protect human life, what must they ensure? A. That they give lots of clear challenges first. B. That they fire into the air as a warning shot first. C. That they do not damage any MOD property. Or D. That they fire only aimed shots. Here the answer is D. Each shot must be aimed and must ensure that the target is the only person that's hit. If this leads to damage to MOD property, then the firer should not be held accountable. Question 4. The bomb proves to be a fake. Was the guard still right to open fire? A. Yes. If he believed that the bomb was real, and that therefore there was an imminent threat to human life. B. Yes. If it would make others think twice before trying the same thing. C. No. It was obviously a fake, and the guard should have known better. D. No, the guard's going to be charged with murder right now. The answer is A. The guard's actions would have been reasonable if he could prove that he honestly believed that the intruder was about to endanger life by detonating that bomb, and that there was no other way to prevent this. In this case, there are obvious reasons why the guard believed this. The fact the bomb turned out to be a fake would not have led to the guard being indicted.
Whoa, get out of my way. Leave me alone. Calm down.
Get him.
What's the problem?
I'm gonna get him.
No,
Out of the way now. He's in there.
down.
I'm gonna kill him. He's in there.
No, just calm
What are you gonna do? Do you want some beer?
Just calm down.
This scenario is split into two, and so I'll ask two questions on both of the two scenes. Question 5 being, under what circumstances could the guard have fired at the man with the sword? A. If the man had tried to force his way into the guard room. B. If he believed the man was an imminent threat to human life. C. If he felt that the man was going to come back later and hurt somebody. Or D. If the man was rude to the guard. Of course, the answer to this one is B. The sword can be used to endanger life. Therefore, if the guard honestly believes that the man was about to use the sword for that purpose, then lethal force was the only way to stop him. And that would have been lawful. In line with the caveats in Card Alpha, he would have been able to fire. It would not have been lawful if the guard had opened fire to prevent damage to property or to avoid possible danger in the future, or because of verbal abuse. Question 6. Was the guard correct to make ready at this stage? A. Yes. There was no threat to human life. B. Yes. The guard were under threat and making the rifle ready was a reasonable choice in the situation. C. No, because you should only make ready if you're going to fire. D. No, because you must issue a challenge before making ready. Again, the answer to this question is B. The guards can make ready at any time if they feel threatened, or if they believe that others may be threatened. In this case, there is a clear potential threat. You do not need to issue a challenge before you make ready.
Calm down. Calm down.
Stop! Put that weapon on the deck now! Now! Look at me! Put it down! Move back! Move back! On your knees now! On your knees! On your knees! Hands on your head now!
You have an inherent right to self-defence. If there was no other way to prevent the danger, when can a guard open fire? A. Only when a person who is an illegal intruder on military property. B. Only against a person who has already attacked another person. C. Only against a person who is presenting an imminent threat to human life. Or D. Only against someone who had a gun. The answer to this question is C. The guidance in Card Alpha allows you to use lethal force to protect any human life. However, lethal force cannot be used unless life is threatened or is about to be threatened. Therefore, the guards cannot open fire just to stop trespassers. Nor can it be used against someone just carrying a gun, or against someone that's already been killed or seriously injured by another person. The use of lethal force can only be used to stop an imminent threat to human life. The last question in this series is, if the man had begun to damage the guardroom walls with the sword, would the guard have been justified in opening fire? A. Yes, he could have damaged MOD property. B. Yes, because the man had lost his temper. C. No, the damage would have been easy to repair. Or D. No, lethal force should only be used to protect human life. The answer here is D. lethal force cannot be used to protect property. In addition, it cannot also be used against someone who's just acting aggressively. It only has to be used if you honestly believe that person is endangering or about to endanger life, and there is no other way to prevent that danger. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll be making more in the future, each with 2 scenarios and some questions afterwards. Please can you like and subscribe and share this video, and please give me your thoughts below. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.